Constitution for the United States of America. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Article 6. All debts contracted, and engagements entered into, before the adoption of this Constitution, shall be as valid against the United States under this Constitution, as under the Confederation. This Constitution, and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made, under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. The senators and representatives before mentioned, and the members of the several state legislatures, and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States, and of the several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation, to support this Constitution, but no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office, or public trust under the United States. Article 7. The ratification of the conventions of 9 states, shall be sufficient for the establishment of this Constitution between the states so ratifying the same. The word, the, being interlined between the 7th and 8th lines of the first page, the word 30 being partly written on an eraser in the 15th line of the first page, the words is tried, being interlined between the 32nd and 33rd lines of the first page, and the word the being interlined between the 43rd and 44th lines of the second page. Attest William Jackson, Secretary. Done in convention by the unanimous consent of the states present the 17th day of September in the year of our Lord 1787, and of the independence of the United States of America the 12th, and witness whereof we have hereunto subscribed our names. George Washington, President and Deputy from Virginia, New Hampshire. John Langdon and Nicholas Gilman, Massachusetts. Nathaniel Gorman, Rufus King, Connecticut. William Samuel Johnson and Roger Sherman, New York. Alexander Hamilton, New Jersey. William Livingston, David Brearley, William Patterson, Jonah Dayton, Pennsylvania. Ben Franklin, Thomas Mifflin, Rod Morris, George Clymer, Thomas Fitzsimons, Jared Ingersoll, James Wilson, G. Morris. Delaware. George Reed, Gunning Bedford, John Dickinson, Richard Bassett, Jacob Broom. Maryland. James McHenry, Dan of St. Thomond. Jennifer, Daniel Carroll. Virginia. John Blair, James Madison. North Carolina. William Blount, Richard Dobbs Spate, H. Williamson. South Carolina: Colin J. Rutledge, Charles Coatesworth Pinckney, Charles Pinckney, Pierce Butler. Georgia: William Few, Abraham Baldwin. In convention Monday, September 17, 1787. Present: the states of New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Mr. Hamilton from New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina and Georgia. Resolved, that the preceding Constitution be laid before the United States in Congress assembled, and that it is the opinion of this convention, that it should afterwards be submitted to a convention of delegates, chosen in each state by the people thereof, under the recommendation of its legislature, for their assent and ratification, and that each convention assenting to, and ratifying the same, should give notice thereof to the United States in Congress assembled. Resolved, that it is the opinion of this convention, that as soon as the conventions of 9 states shall have ratified this Constitution, the United States in Congress assembled should fix a day on which electors should be appointed by the states which have ratified the same, and the day on which the electors should assemble to vote for the President, and the time and place for commencing proceedings under this Constitution. That after such publication the electors should be appointed, and the senators and representatives elected. that the electors should meet on the day fixed for the election of the President, and should transmit their votes certified, signed, sealed, and directed, as the Constitution requires, to the Secretary of the United States in Congress assembled, that the Senators and Representatives should convene at the time and place assigned, that the Senators should appoint a President of the Senate, for the sole purpose of receiving, opening and counting the votes for President, and that after he shall be chosen, the Congress, together with the President, should, without delay, proceed to execute this Constitution. By the unanimous order of the Convention. Thank you. This is the final segment of the Articles of the Constitution of the United States of America.